All right, on each of these, there's possibly going to be one or two letters, so you may need one or two justifications, so just be ready. So solve for x and y if there's both in each problem. So looking at this first one, I'm going to start by solving for x, and all of these angles are on a straight angle, so I'm going to use the justification adjacent angles that form a straight angle, and that means that it's supplementary. It's going to add up to 180. So I say 2x minus 8 plus 48 plus 3x all equals 180. And then I've got 2x's and 3x's for a total of 5x's. 40 minus 8 is plus 40. So that leaves me 5x equals 140. 5 goes into 14 two times. And remember that all of our answers are going to be in degrees because we're talking about angle measures here. And so that's only one of my answers. So now I'm looking at the y, and I have two options for solving this. It's possible for me to do vertical angles here, or it's possible for me to do a linear pair. So if I take that x equals 28, I could take that and plug that back in here for x. And 2 times 28 minus 8, whatever that gives me for this angle, is going to be a linear pair to the y. So I'm going to say 2 times 28 minus 8. That's 56 minus 8. That's 48. 48 is this whole angle right here, 48. And that's going to form a linear pair with y. So I just need to subtract 48 from both sides to get y. So I get y is equal to 132 degrees. And then the reason I write for that one is linear pair. So if I'm solving for both an x and a y, then I need to give two reasons or however many reasons I used, okay? So this was adjacent angles that form a straight angle. Actually, I'm going to use two different colors for the two different things. Hang on. Let's use green for this one. Okay, so on the next one, there's only an x. The rule in a parallelogram is that opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So I'm going to go 5x is equal to 3x plus 26 and then solve. And then make degrees. So here's my reason and my answer. Okay, on the next one, let's solve for y to start. Y is an exterior angle. And I know that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the remote interiors. I just had to add 19 and 80. And then to get y, I'm just going to do linear pair. And I just got, sorry, I already knew y. To get x, I'm going to do linear pair. So again, because I was solving for two things, to get y, I used exterior angle theorem. To get x, I solved linear pair. Okay, next one. I'm going to use vertical angle theorem first. to say that 100 is equal to 2x plus 16. So we go 100 minus 16 is 84. 84 divided by 2, and we get that x is equal to 42 degrees. Okay, but I also need to solve for y, and I could say that y, plus 2x plus 16 equals 180 because of same side interior angles being supplementary. Well, I just got what x is, so I can do 2 times 42 right here. And I got that y is equal to 80 degrees. So this one I'm going to highlight a different color. And my reason for this one was same side interior angles are supplementary. This next one I can say that y plus 54 equals 180. And then just minus 54 to both sides. I get 126 degrees. And then I can say that x is equal to y by corresponding angles. This one is in the same corner as this one based on these two parallel lines, corresponding angles. So I can also say that x is equal to 126 degrees. So 126, or I should say the first 126, came from same side interior angles are supplementary, and x equaling y is because corresponding angles are equal. Now, when I use same side interior angles, when I use corresponding angles, I have to say that they're parallel before I use those theorems. And so notice right here, these little symbols that mean parallel, I have to state, okay, because I have parallel lines, I can use these theorems. So because of those parallel lines, here we go. All right, last one is over here with a 2x. This 2x is equal to y, these two right here, because of alternate interior angles are equal. So I'm going to solve for y first, and then y is just going to be equal to 2x. I'm going to solve for y using triangle sum theorem. And what does the sum of a triangle equal? 180. So inside of that triangle, how did I know that was a 90? That little square means 90, right? So 90 plus 23 gives me 113. So y equals 67 degrees. I forgot to highlight this other one. So here we say 67 degrees, and we say triangle sum theorem. Well, we know that y is equal to 2x by alternate interior angles are equal. So we say 67 is equal to 2x. We divide 67 by 2, and we get 33.5 degrees. And that's because alternate interior angle theorem. So those are my angle relationships problems. I'm now going to pause the video and do the piecewise separate.